In this video, I'm going to walk you through setting up your edTPA reference log, which is a resource that you're going to use hopefully throughout the program all the way to student teaching. And in student teaching, it's going to be very valuable to you as you'll be pulling ideas from all of your courses that you've taken leading up to student teaching. And this will help you when completing your edTPA portfolio, which is currently required by the state of North Carolina for teacher licensure. So I wanted to show you how to access the template and start working on it, because that's what you're going to be doing this week. Once you're ready to start working, or even if you just want to look at it to begin, I want you to open your email. Your Salem email is going to be needed to be open because the template for the reference log is stored in our Google Drive, which is associated with your email. So if you go ahead and have your email open, you can just access your drive quickly. So I'm going to switch over to my email, and then I'm going to quickly click on the Google Drive to pull that up so that you can see where to go next. So I switch over to my email and I come over here and click on Drive. And it should look similar for you. And I'm going to come over to where it says New. And I'm going to scroll down to where it says Google Sheets. Now I haven't clicked on anything yet, but I want you to see them hovering over Google Sheets, because that's what we're going to use to create your reference log. Then I'm going to come over to where there's an arrow, and you'll see that this pop-up screen appears that allows me to choose from a template, and that's what I want you to do. You'll see when the template gallery opens, right now there's only one template for Google Sheets, and that's our edTPA reference log. Now if you accidentally click on Google Docs, you'll see a template, but it's not related to our program. So make sure you click on Google Sheets to get to your reference log. So I'm going to click on that. And now I have my log. It's already been created for you, thanks to Dr. Lambert. But we're going to go in and start to edit it this semester in our class. And hopefully you'll also add in things that you've read in other classes too. And I hope that your other professors, at least by the end of the semester, will mention it. And if not, just know that you should add in all the resources from your classes in this reference log. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the name of it and save it, or it'll save automatically, but make sure it's in my Google Drive. So right now you see it says edTPA reference log template spring 2018. This is where I can change it if I want to. I could take out template and leave it like that maybe, or at least what I would do if I were you is put my last name. That way, when you share it with me, there's no question that it's yours, even though I'll know it's yours, but just having your name on this is, I think, a good thing. Okay? Now you'll see that it's in my drive. So now that I've created it, it's in my Google Drive. So it's no longer in templates. The template is still there, but I've put it into my drive. And you'll be doing the same into your drive so that you have your reference log there for you. So if we look at the columns, you'll see that it's pretty detailed into what should go in each column. You're going to complete an APA citation of the article that you read or the book that you read. Maybe it's a textbook for your class. We don't have one for this class, but for some classes you'll have a textbook. And you'll put that here. Why should you go ahead and put it in APA? Well, it saves you time. Because later on in the program, when you're working on your edTPA portfolio and during student teaching, and you're trying to get your license to teach, and you're under pressure and there's a lot of work to do, that's one less thing you have to do. You've already put it in the right citation, and then all you'd have to do is copy it and paste it into your work. Where did you learn this? Well, why should we have that? To help us remember. So if we're putting our Prensky article in here about digital natives, digital immigrants, you could put that it was in EDUC 110 or 510, whichever your course number is, and maybe my last name, and that'll trigger a memory. Okay, I remember talking about that in this class, and that fits with this for my edTPA portfolio. Keywords and categories. What are some key words? So in this, if we're still thinking about that article, we could say digital natives, digital immigrants, technology. So what are some things that'll help you if you're looking for ideas for your portfolio? It'll help you find articles within this document. Because we're hoping that by the time you get to student teaching, you'll have so many documents on here that you'll have to scroll through them, but at least they'll all be right here, and those keywords can help you narrow it down to what you're looking for. Notes and quotes. This is really important. This is where you can go ahead and save yourself some time. So maybe there's a really great quote from an article that you read that you know you might want to use later on in the program, because it kind of sums up the way you think about things and addressing learners' needs or whatever it is that you think is so important. You'll put it here. And that way you've already pulled it from the article, and maybe you don't have to read the article again in student teaching because you've already pulled ideas that you think you might want to use. These 4 columns will help you identify what the article aligns with. Is it more of a research type article? Is it theory? And you'll learn more about different theories in some of the other classes you take, like constructivism. Is it more of an article that addresses instructional practice? So things to do in the classroom, strategies to use in the classroom, addressing learners' needs, content standards, all the things that go with the teaching part. Or is it something related to assessment? But assessment's a key component of edTPA, so you'll want to have ideas that address best practices for assessment. And all of that you'll gather in your courses. So you're not going to have that yet. For our class, you can have the Prensky article and then the Twitter article that you're going to read next week. But other than that, you probably won't have too much to put in here. But if you're taking other classes at the same time, you could start putting those in. And then by the time you take all your classes, hopefully you'll have something for everything on here. And you'll have a rich log of things that you can pull when you're writing your edTPA portfolio. Finally, where are you keeping it? And this is really for your information. I think one of the biggest issues I come across when students get to student teaching is they often email me in a panic, since I'm the EDU 2.0 administrator, and they say, where can I find this, whatever it is that I was working on in this class at the beginning of the program, and whatever it is, might be an article or an assignment they did or a project, and they'll say, can you please help me find it? So this is really great because this will help you remember maybe where you put it. Now, of course, it doesn't mean that you'll still be able to find it in student teaching, but it'll help you narrow it down when you start looking. And don't forget, the EDU 2.0 does save all your assignments. And I think I went over that in the first EDU 2.0 video. But if you go to resources, and I'll go ahead and show you. If you go to resources right here on your main page, not any of your specific class pages, but your main page, and you go to uploaded files, it'll have everything you've ever uploaded to EDU 2.0. So it won't have articles from your professors but it'll have anything you submitted. So at least you can find it there if you can't find it on a flash drive or your desktop. Okay, so that's a semi-brief overview of this. This is something that you'll keep, but I do want to see that you've started it, so that'll be your assignment this week. You'll go ahead and put in your Prensky article, go ahead and put in your Twitter article, and fill out all the columns. And I would love it if you put in articles or books from other classes you're taking right now, or that you've already taken education, if you've already taken some before this. That would be wonderful. And then I can help you edit the APA, and then you'll have it. It'll be done for you before you go to student teaching. When you do that, once you've done everything, then I want you to come over to where it says share, and you'll see that I can get a shareable link, and I can choose, or I could just email it to someone if I wanted to. I could get the link or email. I can choose what they can do. If you want me to go ahead and edit your APA if needed, then leave it at can edit. If not, I won't be able to do that, but that's up to you. So if I get a shareable link, I can copy this and paste it into EDU 2.0, and then that way my professor, meaning me this time, can see it. Now right now the shareable link says can view, so if I were you, I would change it to can edit, and then that way I can edit it for you. And this time you're only sharing your links with me, so the rest of your classmates won't see it. It'll only be me who is able to view it and edit it. Okay? So let me know if you have any questions, and this will be a great resource for you come student teaching.